Yo, yo, yo. Mic check 1 2 1 2. gourmetbae in the building. We about to make it do what it do. Yeah. All right. What's up? Okay. Day 18 in 31 days of Autonomy Bay. Baby, this retrograde ain't been playing. She snatching edges. She done snatched mine. I ain't even doing them today. Okay. I've also been resting. Scoot up, excuse me. But while I've been resting, okay, a lot of downloads have come. So come on, jump into my love boat, okay? Let's go to the sea, the self-emotional apothecary CEA, and let's take a deep divine dive. All right, so check it. So what's been interesting is how I've been having to structure everything, specifically LIFEGASM Academy and what the foundation is, in addition to a deep divine dive, 12 disciplines of the mind, being an original framework and a concept that can be embodied and taught and practiced over and over and over and over and over again. There are steps, brick by brick, building blocks that I have to strategically put into place to really, have this thing be what it actually is to be, what I've seen it to be, and what I was told it was going to be. A segment of that is 31 days of Autonomy Bay. What that is 31 days of intentionally being the very thing that you talk about you want to be. Scooch y'all up a little bit. Wipe my nose. Some sanitizer. Hold on. Y'all peep the road. Baby, when I say comfortable, unapologetically. And who said, I say, right? So who said you have to look that way? Well, I say, I look my own way. Okay? And I don't give a damn about what you think. Yeah, Hannah Montana, okay? Scratching that head, crown activated. All right, boom. Drink of the day while we in the boat. This is our gourmet Kool-Aid. Have a sip. There you go. Cheers. Cheers. Ice. Baby, this is a throat quencher. I say, you hear me? Throat quencher. That Kool-Aid's so good. It's like it's like just right. Not too sweet. It don't give you sugar diabetes. Not too sweet, not too bland either. It's just right. Now let me make sure this robe right. Excuse me, because I'm not in the business giving y'all a titty today. All right. So I want to talk about, like I was talking about, what 31 days of Autonomy Bay is. Intentionally 31 days actively just becoming who you said you want to be, what you say you want to do, you know what I'm saying? And whether it's your first time really doing it, it's 31 days of you actively, you know what I'm saying, going hard in the paint. No waka flocka, okay? We don't play no games. And the beauty of this series of recording, actively being in it, it's actually, my documentation of, experiencing, experiencing what it's to be. So out of the 13 months, there are, and we're not going to argue about, well, I thought it's 12. No, it's 13 months, okay? So boom. With those 13 months, okay, out of those 13 months, there are 7 out of the 6 that actually have the 31 days within them. So that's those 7 months. I'm writing in the gourmet handy dandy notebook because I have to, we'll have to repeat this, okay? So out of the 7 months, right, that equals the incubation period, okay? And then the 6 months equals the play / recess period, okay? Because you do have your moments where you get to play, you get to enjoy, but also you don't, overdo it so much, because majority of that time you're actually spent incubating, growing through a lot of intentional character development, okay? Intentional character development. 718. Okay. And then what's dope is this would be the first month that on August, you know what? There's an 8/8 portal, and August is such a profound month, and that gives me time that within that space after those 31 days, next month embarks another 31 days immediately in August. However, it gives me time to finalize July's 31 Days of Autonomy Bay, being the theme of worthiness. And then when we step into 31 Days of Autonomy Bay for August, I will then have that theme for you. And then come September, during the 9/9 portal, you will have August's. And then in August, in the 8/8 portal, you will have July's. And there's, different themes that we're going to intentionally be working on. And it's so interesting that July's theme is about worthiness, okay? Worth, worth, value. There's one more, worth, value, and your integrity. That's what I've wholeheartedly been embodying and healing through this month, mainly. And today was a experience that I'm proud that I did not devalue or shrink myself just to meet a specific requirement or expectation, so to speak. And while it was disappointing that it didn't work out, it's a blessing, because not every opportunity, as a business owner, not every opportunity is the best opportunity for you, especially if within the opportunity you're being presented, they are wanting you to, you know, cut corners. We just gonna call it for what it is. I value myself, and I have integrity, so much so, just character, my character, the character within me, my soul, to my core, deep within my core. There is no way, because I get on and I say it so many times, and I say it repeatedly in so many past videos. You cannot shortcut or finesse source. You can't finesse or shortcut spirit. And that's applicable. Please apply it to every aspect of your life. You cannot take short corners in finances. My mentor told me years ago, you cannot borrow your way out of debt. So I really, I don't hate to break it to you, but stop taking out them loans. Stop taking them out. Stop getting loans. Stop. Just stop. Stop. You cannot borrow your way out of debt. What's being required of you right now, the blessing that you want that's on the other side, you're about to have to be a different person. That's what's required. A different behavior, a different version of you. Same discipline, just on a different scale. Act like you know. Because of that, and knowing to my core, knowing that's law. It's just law. You will not be able to shortcut or finance your way through life. And baby, just because you getting over, you won't get by. And the way that life works, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. You're going to have a day. And baby, when you have your day, I pray that you have that contract open between heaven and earth, so that heaven can enact, the Most High can enact the will to help you. Are you going to get your ass spanked? Absolutely. You're going to get your ass whooped because you knew better. In some cases, you'll have grace when you didn't know better. But for everything that you knew not to do, but you did it anyway because you reacted, because you wanted short-term relief instead of making an executive decision for a long-term relief, now your ass finna get what you're about to get it. And you're going to have to sit through those uncomfortable seasons, how long it takes, however long it takes. However long it takes. It's up to you, really. However long it takes, but it's up to you. Do you want to intentionally choose every day? That's why we do life over here. Living intentionally faithful every day by applying guided alignment spiritual mastery. The moment I have something or I'm convicted and I knew not, but now that I know better, I'm going to do better, and I change that, because the best apology is change behavior. Right then and there, absolutely, yes, tomorrow I'm a new person. You damn right. I'm going to keep evolving. Take the lesson, leave the weight. Packing light, Because what's required of me at all times, different behavior, mature behavior, responsible behavior, multimillionaire behavior, millionaire behavior, thousandaire behavior, hundredaire behavior. Whatever you saw in your mind, whatever vision was given to you, the seed that's been implanted inside of you, that's what you're supposed to be doing. Your gifts and your talents will make room. When will you know? And I have a question for you, since you want to question source. How will you know? How you would know, you experience it. You start doing. And then you become and you start receiving and realizing you're the physical evidence. You're the very embodiment of the impossible. Especially if you take your development seriously. And because I take my development seriously, I will not ever shrink myself or devalue myself or lower myself or eat crumbs or accept the bare minimum just to satisfy an external source. So much work, drained, overworked, and the compensation doesn't match? No, we don't do that. And if I were to give you a shortcut or discount or whatever, I would have to do that for everybody. Because then the word will go around, well, if you just tell her you ain't got it, she'll just bend over backwards. I used to do that in the past. And when I looked at my taxes and shit was broke even, I said, oh, no. And my lawyer told me a long time ago, especially when he came to one of my markets and saw my pricing on my table, he said, we need to talk about your accounting. We need to have this uncomfortable conversation about money because clearly you lack the literacy that you need to not only take care of you, but have security for forever. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about it. And this whole month, it has been, because even yesterday, I was triggered because yesterday reminded me of all the moments in my life where a person real deal tried to negotiate my worth, negotiate my value, or tell me to dim because I'm shining too bright, or questioning why I would have certain things the way that I would have it set up. That's very hurtful. Especially when you know. And then especially when you produce and you've always produced at such a high level, you continue to exceed the bar that you've already previously set. Let's talk about it. Yeah, that shit's offensive. I'm offended. But I don't curse you out. I don't react. I decide to peacefully bow out and allow you to find whatever you're needing at the bare minimum expectation. That's fine with me. Nothing I do and nothing I will ever do will be mediocre or bare minimum. We're not bottom bidder bitches. And I'm damn sure not a bottom feeder. My food does not come from the ground. I grew from the dirt, grew from the ground, planted in the ground, but my fruit comes from above. My fruit comes from the leaves since I've grown into the tree, given the seed that was planted inside of me, bars. My trees produce fruit. So I eat forever. I know how to fish. I'm going to eat forever. And I don't need anything outside of me to dictate what I already know that I am and what I've already become. So I say to you, just because someone else may not want to really invest in your craft or whatever service that you may have to offer, that does not negate or take away from exactly your talent and your purpose and what you were put here to do. That does not take away from the divine assignment. And that does not mean stop. No, keep going. One no is a protection. Any no is protection. Guarantee. So, hey. And I'm proud of myself because, and this is where I've realized the difference. Had I would have had the lens of pain still, if I had have carried out the lens of pain, I would have accepted that offer. But because I have peace and I am operating in the lenses of peace, I walk away with my dignity intact, my integrity intact, my morals intact. I walk away with an overall comprehension that there's something greater. There is something greater in store. But see, this right here, being in peace and having the peace lenses, is life after survival. So had I been in survival mode, still operating in pain, yeah, I would have accepted that offer, and that would have hurt me in the long run being reactive. But because I made a decision and reminded that I'm no longer in survival mode, I just don't accept everything that's just being presented to me. No. Especially when you know what you produce and what you have produced, and consistently. And you're not like everyone else. So you don't have to take the bare minimum because everybody else has taken the bare minimum and the shortcut. That's a sticky business I don't want no part of. I don't. I don't want no part of. None. So this month, and whenever you watch this video, ask yourself, take self inventory and ask yourself, what is my worth to me? What do I feel worthy of? What are my values? What's valuable to me? And what are the things that I have integrity about? What does integrity mean to me? Because your worth, your value, your integrity, those are your non-negotiables. Well, at least they should be. Those are the main things, honestly, too, that are earned. 1000%. So I desire that you don't cut yourself short or sell yourself short just for a name or a platform or what is presented of what it could be. And then you learn later on that it just simply was not. Yeah. And I've bumped my head plenty of times to know better. So here we are doing better. And also, what's a blessing even more, what I needed to handle, because I showed up in other spaces continuously and my heart is pure and I'm being very intentional. What's needed as far as responsibilities and deadlines and things like that, taken care of. Taken care of. So, Hakuna Matata. Alright? Love y'all to life. I'm going to dock this boat right here, okay? Thank y'all for joining me. If you've made it this far to the video, please leave me a heart or a tree. You know what I'm saying? Or a thread, because it is sacred. Yeah. Or one. Magical. 𝗕𝗢𝗓𝗡𝗔𝗡𝗅 gourmet. Alright? I love y'all to life, and I'll see y'all next time. Toodles.
One is the loneliest number that you'll ever do.